What is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom. Before we get into things, we just hit 50,000 subscribers on this channel, which is absolutely amazing. When I started making videos a year ago, I never thought that this would ever happen. This is so surreal, and I just wanted to start out this video by saying thank you so much. It honestly... Guys, I can't even begin to explain to you how I never thought this would even be a possibility. So this journey has been absolutely incredible. It's been amazing. I've really, honestly enjoyed interacting with you guys, interacting with the community, kind of forming our own community. It means a lot to me, everything that you guys have done, the support, the comments, the shares, the likes, everything. It really means the world to me. So thank you so much. I cannot wait to see what the next year brings and what the next 50,000 subscribers brings, because our goal is to get to 100,000. That's the dream. That's what I'm really trying to chase here, and it's only happening right now because of people like you. So thank you sincerely so much. I really appreciate it. With that being said, I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Tuesday. We're going to get into things in just a minute here. But before we do, I want to remind everybody about the 8 weeks of celebrations giveaways that we have going on right now. If you go back to last week, Friday's video, where I talk about Leonhardt a little bit and teaming up with him for Nami, we are giving away a collector's chest from Celebrations this week. Hopefully you can start seeing these a little bit more frequently in stores now that they're starting to ship. But this is what we are giving away for week 5 of our 8 weeks of Celebrations. All you have to do is go back to that video after you finish watching this one. Just click like, give it a thumbs up, and leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed. Those are the 3 requirements, and then we'll choose a winner this Friday, and then we'll start week 6 and give away another item for our 8 weeks of giveaways. So I really appreciate that. I'm hoping to get some Fusion Strike in very soon, so I can start getting pre-orders up and start building a master set. I was thinking about kind of giving that back to the community, just because it's such a massive set. 284 cards is absolutely crazy. But we're not going to talk about Fusion Strike today. We are going to talk specifically about Chilling Reign, and we're going to talk specifically about the reprints and how, now that we have started seeing those come into circulation more, really over the past couple weeks now, you've seen Wave 2 of Chilling Reign start to make a dent in the market. And it's absolutely crazy to me, some of the price drops that we've seen on sealed product, and I want to explain just a little bit about that before I pull up the single pricing here. So I've got just a basic layout on this spreadsheet here, and if you go to tcgplayer.com right now, you can type in Chilling Reign booster box. The comps are fairly similar on TCG Player as what they are on eBay for a booster box, but you can see right now that GG Midvale has the lowest box price right now at 102.86. They have 91 as a quantity, and these are selling. They're not selling anywhere crazy fast. As you can see, we've got a bunch of sales from yesterday. We've got a few sales from today. They're selling maybe 10 to 15, 20 maybe a day at this rate at $103, which is really good. I mean, it's a really good deal, $103 for a booster box. If we break that down, what does that kind of give us? So that's why I typed this up here. So Chilling Reign booster box price, $103. TCG Player Fees, I looked up to see if there was anything special about this GG Midvale place, if they had what their fees might be. It looks like they're just kind of a standard marketplace seller on TCG Player, which qualifies them for 9.25% fees, which would be $9.53. Then they have their processing fee, which is 2.5% plus 30 cents, so that's $2.88. And shipping fee, assuming they have a decent account with UPS or FedEx or however they ship it, $8 is pretty cheap. It's probably going to be closer to about $9.50, $10 for an average, but we're just going with $8. Their break-even wholesale price right now would be $82.60. Now, the fact that they have this many boxes makes me think that their wholesale cost is probably a little bit better, but even right now, with distributors acting the way that they're acting, $82.50 is probably about the average cost, with a lot of distributors kind of upping closer to that $86 mark. And we'll talk more about that hopefully soon when I kind of go over the dark side of dealing with distribution. But a break-even wholesale price of $82.60, if they were buying boxes at $82.60, that means they would be breaking even at this $103 price point. So why are booster boxes selling for this cheap? Well, I mean, obviously demand isn't quite there, because we've had Evolving Skies, we have Fusion Strike this week, and we had Celebrations all come out since Wave 1 of Chilling Reign released. So the demand isn't there nearly as much as what it was, and a supply is just astronomical, because we are getting Wave 2, which is actually about the same size as Wave 1 was. So we're getting, it's basically like Chilling Reign is re-releasing again, putting this many more booster boxes in the wild, the same amount as what there was when they're originally released. And during release weekend, it was selling for like 120, 125. It had dumped down a little bit from that MSRP point. But then after it kind of went and disappeared, it was selling for about 145, 150, a little bit above MSRP until this reprint started happening. And now you've got Battle Styles Wave 3, you've got Chilling Reign Wave 2, you've got Evolving Skies Wave 2, and you've got Fusion Strike mixed in with a bunch of Celebrations products. So people, there is a bunch of different items out there for a lot of people to buy. And that's what's driving this market price down a little bit. Not to mention the fact that if you talk to different LGSs, if you talk to different hobby stores, their invoices to pay for these items are absolutely incredibly large. So they have to pay for Chilling Reign, they have to pay for Evolving Skies Wave 2, they have to pay for Battle Styles Wave 3, they have to pay for multiple waves of Celebrations, and they have to pay for Fusion Strike all at once. So a lot of these companies are kind of dumping these boxes as close to break even, maybe even at a little bit of a loss, just so they can recover some funds so they can pay their invoice. It's absolutely crazy right now, the way the market acts, and I find it super, super interesting. But with that being said, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there, and now we're going to jump into our singles chart. This is what we've been using, and we're going to continue to look at it. I'm actually going to adjust this zoom level a little bit so you can see a little bit better. But originally when we made the Chilling Reign card price data sheet, we were looking at pre-order pricing from Troll and Toad, and we were looking at pre-order pricing from TCG Player. It wasn't as intense as what I track now, kind of for your viewership. As you guys have commented and left suggestions, I've tried to kind of up my game a little bit. But we can look at some of these pricing here for singles. The last video that we shot was on July 28th, where we went over pricing then to see how much the drop was from release date. So we had pre-order pricing, then significant drops. As you can see, there was a bunch of cards that were selling above $100 on Troll and Toad and on TCG Player, and then it dropped quite a bit after the cards released, with the exception of very few, like Blaziken. The alternate art actually went up 6.25% on Troll and Toad, and then went up over 9% on TCG Player. Other than that, everything dropped, and a lot of it dropped significantly. So now we want to track, okay, now here we are, November 8th, where are the cards now? Where are the singles now? And what can we expect as these booster boxes start dropping at $100, $103 a piece? Now that more boxes are going to be opened, obviously that means that some people are going to be able to find these singles more frequently, more regularly, and there's going to be more of these in the wild for us to purchase, which should impact the price a little bit more. So I wanted to see, now that the Chilling Reign reprint has come out for a couple weeks, has it already impacted the market a little bit? And if we look at Galarian Zapdos alternate art, it's dropped about 7% on Troll and Toad, from $79.97 down to $75. But if you look on TCG Player, much more significant of a drop. 30% it's dropped over the last few months, down to $48.48 for that alternate art Galarian Zapdos. Not too bad. The Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX Secret Rare. Some of these are so wordy, some of these cards. It's down to $109.99 on Troll and Toad, which is a 27% drop. It's dropped a little bit more than that on TCG Player, all the way down to $72 from the $101.78 that it was at. The Snorlax Secret Rare. This is a super, super cool card. A lot of people love the Snorlax Secret Rare. It's actually went up on Troll and Toad almost 20%, up to $155, but you can get it much, much cheaper on TCG Player if you look, selling for about $94, which is only about a 5% dip. But again, with more product being opened up, you might see this drop a little bit more over the next few weeks. Galarian Moltres. For some reason, I didn't have the alternate art pulled, the data pulled on TCG Player. Maybe I just misplaced it. Whatever the case may be, it's up almost 4% on Troll and Toad, up to $156. It's down to $90 on TCG Player, so I'm assuming it went down probably close to what we saw from the Galarian Zapdos, probably about 30% or so. The alternate art Blaziken Vmax. So this was the card that went up on Troll and Toad and TCG Player. It has went down a little bit, down to $140 on Troll and Toad, and if you look on TCG Player, it's selling for about $115.50. This seems to be the card of the set. The card of Chilling Reign that everybody wants is the Blaziken Vmax alternate art, just because of the artwork on it. So it's dropped almost 12%. Then we have the Galarian Articuno, a very, very cool card. It had a huge, huge drop, almost 60% from pre-order down to opening week, and now it's dropped. It's actually gone up about 23% on Troll and Toad, up to $79.99. If you look on TCG Player, you can buy it for $45. It's dropped about 6%, so nothing huge. Then if we look at the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX Secret Rare, again, a very wordy name title. Once again, dropped about 57% initially. Now it's gained 15% of that back to $75. The other thing people have to remember is that Troll and Toad probably hasn't updated a lot of their pricing as of yet. Now that the reprint has happened, they probably haven't gotten their hands on a lot of singles, so I do expect these prices to be a little bit more reflective of pre-reprint than what we might see over the next few days. But that's why it's something that you may want to keep your eye on if you're looking at kind of filling out your Chilling Reign Master Set. Over the next few weeks, we might see these prices drop quite a bit, and it might be the time to buy singles. It's dropped 20% now on TCG Player, down to about $43, so much better. The alternate art Zero Aura has kind of just stood still at $70 on Troll and Toad. It's dropped 27% on TCG Player. You can find it there for $42 from the $57.78 that it was initially. It had a huge drop initially. 70% on TCG Player, and a decent drop on Troll and Toad too at 44%. Clarion Slowking, the alternate art, was one of the cards that went up on TCG Player initially. It's dropped 46% on Troll and Toad, down to about $27, and now it's dropped 43% on TCG Player. It's only $23 on TCG Player. Clara Full Art has dropped 46%, down to $27 on Troll and Toad. It's dropped 27% on TCG Player. You can find it for $23. Then we've got the Caitlyn Rainbow Rare and the Melanie Rainbow Rare. These have dropped significantly from pre-order down to release, dropped 62 and 72% respectively. Kind of hung on from there, so $38 and $28, but you can find it much cheaper on TCG Player. That Caitlyn Rainbow Rare is only selling for $12, which is a very decently priced Rainbow Rare. I know a lot of people are kind of sick of Rainbow Rares, especially with the alternate arts. I'm not going to say I blame them. Rainbow Rares are really cool, but they've kind of ran their course, I feel like, with the alternate arts coming in. We'll see what happens with the next expansion after we get through Sword and Shield. $17.88 for Melanie, the Rainbow Rare on TCG Player. Then we've got Shadow Rider, the alternate art. Shadow Rider Calyrex has dropped 38% on Troll and Toad, 20% on TCG Player, down to $31. You can buy an alternate art Tornadus on TCG Player for $19.90. It's dropped 24% almost on Troll and Toad, down to $29. Caitlyn, this is one of the fan favorite when it comes to full arts. This one, and probably Clara, has dropped 20% down to $52 on Troll and Toad, but you can get it for half that at $24, which is a 43% drop, a very substantial drop. Some of these full art trainer cards have dropped quite a bit over the last several weeks. Galarian Rapidash, the alternate art, has dropped 26% on Troll and Toad. It's dropped 20% on TCG Player, down to $28.49. And then these last few cards, I have just TCG Player data. Flannery Full Art has dropped 44.63%, down to $18. So you can see some of these cards are already starting to see fairly strong dips. The Full Art Honey dropped 66% on release, and then now has dropped another 16% after that, down to about $14. $13 for Karen's Conviction, which is 42% of a drop after already dropping 55% opening weekend, which is crazy. Agatha, the full art, dropped 74% after release, and now it's dropped another 46%, down to $6 for that full art. Melanie has dropped 30%, down to $19.40 from $27.61. I'm going to move my ugly mug out of the way so you can see what I'm talking about here. There we go. Echoing Horn, the secret rare, dropped down to $6.50, which is a 44% drop. And then Shadow Rider Calyrex, the normal Vmax, has dropped 46% down to $11 after dropping 40% opening weekend. And like kind of the same path, Doctor, the full art for Doctor, dropped 42% opening weekend and then has dropped another 36% now, down to $11. So a lot of cards that are starting to get very close to a more respectable level now that Wave 2 has officially hit. But if we're starting to look at some of these sales, kind of pay attention to see what you see on TCG Player. A lot of listings right now that are below $110. A lot of boxes. The gaming company, 617 boxes. As these start selling, that means a lot more product is going to be opened. So pay attention to TCG Player. Start looking at the amount of sales that are going through Chilling Reign, and then you can kind of predict, okay, when is the bottom of the market going to hit for Chilling Reign? Because I do think it's coming fairly soon, and we'll be able to tell as these boxes sell more frequently, more product is going to get open, especially when people are like, okay, well, I can still pull $101 Shadow Rider Calyrex. I can still pull $115 Galarian Moltres. Blaziken Vmax, all I got to do is buy this $103 box. So as singles are this expensive still for Chilling Reign, it's going to make that box price a little bit more attractive. People are going to start opening. These singles are going to start dropping. You'll be able to fill out your master sets hopefully a little bit more easier. With that being said, guys, thank you so much again for everything, for the 50,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it, guys. Please do me a favor and just continue to hit that like button down below. Continue to share the information. Let's keep the fan clan growing as much as possible. Most importantly, leave a comment for the algorithm and make sure you are subscribed. If that box down below is red with white text that says subscribe, you need to do your part and pick up your mouse and just hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for everything. Until next time, peace.